Hello everyone. Today we will examine together what happened in the new episode of the Arafta series, and what happened in the last episode, Arafta. Last episode 16 summary and detailed explanation. The last episode begins where the previous episode left off, with Zanip escaping from the hospital. Zanip feels like she is in limbo with the traumas she experienced, her family's secrets, and what she learned about her own identity, neither entirely good nor entirely evil. In these scenes, the character's state of mind is strongly conveyed to the viewer through gray tones, muted music, and close-up shots. On the other hand, Amir tries every way to find Zanip. He is now after her, not only because he loves her, but also to complete this search for truth that they are undertaking together. Amir's determination and remorse for his past mistakes reflect the most mature version of his character. It opens with a turning point where Mercan is no longer just someone who reacts to events, but begins to take control. Now, instead of accepting the situation, she takes strategic steps. She wants not only to survive, but also to direct events. This was the most important moment in Mercan's character development for the viewers, with Mercan taking control. A situation arises where Ates can no longer exert the same pressure on her as before. Ates's emotional and psychological dominance over Mercan is shaken. This causes the bond between them to become more complex and turbulent. The final episode begins where the previous episode left off, with Zanip's escape from the hospital. Zanip, with the traumas she experienced, her family's secrets, and what she learned about her own identity, now feels like she's in limbo, neither entirely good nor entirely evil. In these scenes, the character's state of mind is strongly conveyed to the viewer through shades of gray, muted music, and close-ups. On the other hand, Emir tries everything to find Zanip. He is now pursuing her not only because he loves her, but also to complete this search for truth they are undertaking together. Emir's determination and remorse for his past mistakes reflect the most mature version of his character. Azaleh's mother, Muzayin, has finally learned that her daughter tried to kill Mercan. Muzayin is shocked and frightened that her daughter went so far. However, Muzayin's real fear is that Ates will find out, because this situation, instead of separating Ates and Mercan, will cause Ates to protect Mercan even more, and become even more attached to her. These dangerous events have helped melt the ice between Ates and Mercan. Although Ates is filled with a thirst for revenge, he has begun to show a protective attitude towards Mercan, and the bond of trust between them has become stronger than ever. This situation leads both of them to feel the dilemma of revenge or love. The living in limbo situation in the title of the series more deeply. This fire will not be extinguished until this matter is settled. To follow Ates's adventure, please don't forget to watch the video until the end. As the excitement continues to grow in the Arafta series, surprising developments await us. Although Mercan doesn't yet fully understand the mistakes her family made against Ates in the past, she is slowly beginning to confront the truth. The last episode hints at an emotional confrontation between Mercan and her family. This confrontation will either completely halt Ates's revenge plans or push events to an irreversible point. The last episode begins where the previous one left off, with Zanip's escape from the hospital. Zanip, with the traumas she experienced, her family's secrets, and what she learned about her own identity, now feels like she's in limbo, neither entirely good nor entirely evil. In these scenes, the gray tones, muted music, and close-ups strongly convey the character's state of mind to the viewer. On the other hand, Emir tries everything to find Zanip. He is now pursuing her not only because he loves her, but also to complete their shared quest for truth. Emir's determination and remorse for his past mistakes reflect the most mature aspect of his character. Those who want to find out what Mercan will do can subscribe to my YouTube channel to follow this exciting story. The tension continues to grow step by step. At this point, the following emotions are intensely felt by the viewer: the fear of losing control of Ates, Mercan's process of gaining self-confidence and strength, the love-hate balance between the two, becomes even more fragile. The mystery of Tahir deepens. Another main theme of the episode is where Tahir really is. While Tahir is thought to be dead, the small hints and clues that emerge throughout the episode suggest that he may have disappeared not just by getting lost, but by deliberately disappearing. This opens a new door in Ates and Mercan's story. Did Tahir really not die, or is he part of a larger plan? The final scene jumps to a few months later. As Emir walks along the beach, he sees Zanip's silhouette in the distance, wearing a white dress. The camera slowly zooms out. The moment when the two characters turn to each other and smile is reflected on the screen. However, it is unclear whether that scene is real, or just in Emir's mind. This lives up to the name of the series. Purgatory. Alliances and betrayals begin to crackle. The power dynamics that have long existed in the series suffer serious cracks. In this episode, the control of characters like Nazir and Musayan weakens, old alliances are shaken, and everyone begins to act for their own self-interest. Even silence becomes more dangerous than speaking. Hidden secrets seem ready to explode at any moment. The final episode, which begins with Zanip's escape from the hospital, draws the viewer into a harsh sense of purgatory from the very first scene. The traumas she experienced, the dark truths she learned about her family, and her confrontation with her own identity drag Zanip to a gray point, where she cannot feel completely belonging to either good or evil. The scenes dominated by gray tones, accompanied by silent and tense music, make the storm in the character's inner world almost visible. Immediately following this escape, Emir steps in. Emir now stops at nothing to find Zanip. However, this search is not just about chasing love. It's an attempt to complete a journey of truth that was left unfinished. Aware of his past mistakes, Emir has transformed into a more mature and determined character due to his remorse. Reaching Zanip becomes both a debt of conscience and the only way to reach the truth for him. On the other hand, a much more dangerous secret is revealed. Azaleth's mother, Musian, finally learns that her daughter attempted to kill Mercan. Facing this truth plunges Musian into deep fear. But her main concern is that Ates will find out about this, because Musian knows very well that this truth, far from separating Ates and Mercan, will cause Ates to cling to Mercan even more tightly, and protect her even more strongly. Indeed, these dangerous developments cause the ice between Ates and Mercan to melt. Although consumed by a thirst for revenge, Ates is becoming increasingly protective of Mercan. Their bond of trust is perhaps stronger than ever before. However, this closeness leaves them both grappling with the central question of the series: revenge or love. It is precisely at this point that the weight of being in limbo is fully felt. On the other hand, while Mercan doesn't yet know all the mistakes her family made against Ates in the past, the truth is slowly beginning to surface. The clues given in the last episode indicate that a major confrontation between Mercan and her family is approaching. This confrontation will either completely halt Ates' revenge plans, or drag everyone down a path of no return. This fire will not be extinguished until this reckoning is settled. As the tension in Arafta limbo grows, step by step, each character gets one step closer to confronting their own darkness. Stay tuned to the story to not miss where Ates' adventure will lead, what Zanip's escape will cause, and what truth will change Mercan. The surprises aren't over yet. In fact, they're just beginning. So the episode doesn't just wrap up the events. Instead, it leaves the viewer wondering about the next episode, with new secrets and question marks. What do you think will happen in the new episode? Don't forget to share your opinions in the comments section. The story continues to get more exciting with you. To watch breathtaking new episodes, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the new videos. Please don't forget to like the video.